It is. Oops, sorry, dropped my phone in the process of doing this. It is 6:32 in the morning on Monday, March 1st. So happy March to all of those that are listening. And if you are listening for the first time, welcome, and thank you so much for taking the time out to listen to my podcast. And I would definitely love a feedback about my little crazy behind. If you had the chance, send me a voice note or an email. Life as a parent with mental illness. No, sorry, I take that back. Life as a parent. Yeah, no, that was right. Just no single in it. So life as a parent with mental illness at gmail.com. It is so frustrating because I created this page and I put that name I created this whole entire, I became okay with my truth of life as a single parent with mental illness in August. I was creating my blog out of the blue. I just wanted to create a blog. It was just like, I don't know, the impulsivity in me. I don't know, my brain was just like, you gotta find some other way to let this go. At that time, we were living in a motel. So the podcast that is labeled August 7th, I think, 2019, that is the first day I started all of this. I remember sitting in the motel. We were in holidays, and and I remember being like, everything that I was going through at that time, I was so overwhelmed, and I had just walked away from my daughter's father. So like, I was still hurt. I was very, very hurt, but I was also mentally all over the place. And not even a week before, I think, about a week or two before, I was just in a psych ward. I was just staying in a place that really broke me down completely. Like, completely. The crazy part to me is everything that I have been through in my life, everything I've been through, from domestic violence, from attempted murder, because he did try to kill me, I don't know how else to put it, physical abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse, like, everything I have been through in my whole entire life, nothing ever really broke me, and I think this is why this bothers me the most. And I think this is why the phobia is so big also, because something so little it broke me. But everything that I have been through, I've withheld it all, and I never once broke. And I moved down here, and I go through the little stuff down here, and it breaks me. Like, it completely breaks me. And it really does make me regret coming to Virginia. And my brain now associates Virginia with me being broken. And it kind of doesn't even want to be here anymore, honestly, because of that. Like, the state has already hurt me. I've already had so many bad things. But anyway, so it broke me. And I was sitting in the motel, and I was like, I need to do something. It's just me and the kids. We don't have anybody, nobody to talk to, nowhere to go, no form of transportation. And then next to the motel, like, the only thing we can actually walk to get to, which I'm so happy I kind of had picked that motel, because I never stopped and thought about that when I was just trying to leave where we were, was just a gas station, and the gas station happened to have a Dunkin' Donuts. So I guess God loved me enough to, let me have a Dunkin' Donuts close, because ever since we done moved from CT, my ability to get coffee is like so limited. Unless we go to Wawa or like 7-Eleven, it is very limited because Dunkin' Donuts is hard to find down here. And Starbucks is limited as well, but not a big Starbucks drinker. So I'm not a big Dunkin' Donuts per se drinker either. It's just coffee. So like when we were back home, I preferred Donuts Delight versus Dunkin' Donuts because Donuts Delight's coffee was better. But I believe Donuts Delight, like it's only in our state, if I'm not mistaken, because it's privately owned. And I believe they only have like whatever's in Stanford, which is like 2 of them, if I'm not mistaken, 2 or 3. And then the one in Norwalk. I believe that's all there is in Donuts Delights. But their coffee was better. Like, their pastries and everything is a lot fresher. But I don't think y'all really care about that part. But I don't care because I'm telling y'all anyways. Nah, boo, boo. That's so childish sometimes. If y'all hear any snoring in the background, I apologize. Biva is sleeping. Lyrical is asleep. Delano is awake. He's been awake all night and he's been waking me in and out of sleep. And I'm like extremely exhausted, but every time I try to force myself to go back to sleep, I don't know, I don't feel good. So I figured, why fight myself to go to sleep when I could just sit here and chit chat with y'all, right? I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, I know I'm exhausted and I want to go to sleep so bad. But every time I try to, it's just like, I keep getting woken up by a booger. And pretty soon Stink gonna wake up, so it's just not gonna be worth it. So August 7th, I sat there and I was just like, I gotta find something to do. I remember talking to the quote-unquote at-home casement, whatever it is called. And trying to find like other ways, and I was picking up the Bible more. I will admit, I'm the first person to say it. I have a really unique and weird relationship with God. But I feel like he understands because obviously he created me. So he doesn't really hound me about it. I feel like he knows I got enough stuff going on, obviously. But I do have my unique relationship with him. So I was picking up the Bible again to kind of read it. And I don't know, like, I just felt so alone. And I felt like I'm so suicidal right now. I have nobody to genuinely talk to. And, like, my kids, they're going to be alone if I do some, craziness. And at that time, my daughter's father was so up his now son's mother's rear end that he didn't realize how much damage he was causing all of us. But I think in order for me to really get into that, I would have to explain that to y'all. And kind of don't know how I feel about that. Only because him and I, in that time frame, we lived 2 different truths. I lived my truth. I don't know. He doesn't acknowledge or understand or recognize my truth. And then the truth that he tries to portray, which always switches up whenever I do, like, happen to just want to be a bee and just, throw some salt on his wound, just for the hell of it. Why not? You've thrown salt the whole entire time I've been dealing with you on and off, and I've never thrown it once. So I just feel like sometimes, if I can make you feel what I felt every once in a while, when you want to be you, then, hey, by all means, why not? It's not like I'm doing it as a payback. It's not like I'm doing it to be salty. It's not like I'm doing it to, no. It's just like, oh my gosh. It's hard to explain, but yeah, so anyways. Sorry, I have to stretch, you guys. don't know how I feel about that, because I just don't want it to bring any issues, because like I said, if I was to really tell you how I saw, felt, processed everything during that time frame, those who know him are probably not going to end up liking him in the long run. But, anyways, so I was sitting there and I was like, I really need to find something to kind of like, help me. Sorry, y'all, but for some particular reason, out of nowhere, I'm like extremely hungry, like nauseated, hungry. Like I'm about to, well, first of all, I would never be kissing nobody's toilet. Second, my head would never be in nobody's toilet because of the bathroom phobia that I have. I don't even care if it is my toilet. Okay, I don't even care if it's my bathroom. I will still not put my head in it. So I'm sorry. I'll be one of those that'll have to be like in the sink if the toilet is too low, because I am not getting on nobody's bathroom floor. I am not like, dude, I don't even want to take off my own stuff and put my feet on anybody's bathroom floor. Like, no. I'm weird. I'm like so weird, yo. So weird. But if I did bleach my whole entire bathroom like I asked her to, so like when I went to go use the bathroom while it was still dark, I didn't really have any in there. And oh my God, I actually got to go pee in peace without having to freak out. But anyways, oh my God, I don't think I can keep doing this podcast, because I am like literally starving out of nowhere. I'm trying to sit up and see if that will alleviate. But I don't think I'm gonna win this battle, y'all. My mouth is getting watery. That's already letting me know. I think I'm about to lose this battle, y'all. So for those of y'all who don't know, sorry, I'm just trying to swallow. I did the gastric sleeve. First I had the band, and that caused a lot of complications after like 2 years. So I took it out. Maybe if I drink something. Hold on, y'all. Maybe if I drink something, I can tease my stomach. Yes, you did it. Awesome. Sorry, y'all. Okay, so apparently my stomach is seriously empty, and about to tell you how the story about my stomach reminded me that apparently my stomach is legit empty, like empty, where it doesn't even want the acid in there. Food stamps came in today, so hopefully. Why do I have so many beads that I'm sleeping with, Stankadoodle? Hopefully. Well, no, let me rephrase that, because honestly speaking, I still wouldn't buy anything to cook in here. I just need to get out of here. I just need out of here. I will make it out. Not one person has donated anything to the GoFundMe. Not one person has donated anything to the PayPal. And then the crazy part is, I've asked so many people to please share, because, if everybody were to give $1, bruh, me and my kids could be out of here. I already have an apartment lined up. I'm just waiting for the money to be able to do it, and at this rate, I'm not going to be able to get out of here. And I'm not going to be able to go back to normal. But anyways, that's not what this podcast is for, but it's what's darkening my life right now, so it's always going to keep coming up, and I I'm not going to apologize for that because that's just the way my condition is. I will randomly keep bringing what's bothering me because it's bothering me that bad. So heads up, if you guys continue to hear me mention certain things and get rerouted back to that, is because that is what my brain is actually functioning on. And that is the only thing my brain really wants to actually function on. And it does not care to function about anything else. Like, that's just all it really wants to solve, because solving that requires so much alleviation of everything else. But anyways, so I was sitting on that bed and I remember, like, I think Stank was asleep. No, actually, they went to the pool, because I remember not too long after that first article I wrote, I ended up, sorry, burping, I apologize. I ended up taking some pictures of us in the pool, because I remember going to the pool and I remember putting one of those pictures up. It's on my Facebook of the three of them in the pool having fun. And the reason why I picked that picture, one, I needed, like, you know, obviously to put something up there because I was creating a Facebook page. Why I created a Facebook page to go in my Word with my blog, I don't know. Like, I don't even remember doing it or why I did it. I know why I did the blog, but I don't remember why I did Facebook also. Especially when I know I'm not, like, a huge social person like that. Like, I am, but I'm not. So, anyways, I picked that picture of them in a pool because we literally had just left hell. And it was nice to see them happy. And it was nice to feel like I was doing right by them again, if that makes sense. So I took that pic and I was just like, you know what? I want this to remind me always of, like, yeah, I may suffocate and I may drown. And yes, I may want my story to be over. But, like, the semicolon, which represents suicide, my chapters and my story is still not done. And I'm choosing to continue it. And it's my choice to continue it, so I'm going to continue it. And I'm going to keep pushing myself to the very, very end. So anyways, that's why I put that picture up there, but I don't remember why I created a Facebook. But I know, like, I was sitting in the bed and I was just like, dude, I need to talk to other people. Like, I wanted to do so much bodily harm to my daughter's father, like, legit. And so much harm to all of those that crossed me. Like, not crossed me, but, like, they let me down and they failed me. And I'm pissed off at myself more than anything, because I came down here to get away from everything that I was living in, the negativity and this is suffocation. And I kind of forgot one piece about me. I don't trust people. But because of the situation that I was in, I was very vulnerable and I had no choice but to kind of trust people. And the crazy part is, everybody that I trusted from the moment that, well, not trusted, but had no choice but to trust, from the moment that I came down here on August 30th, 2018, yeah, 31st, we actually arrived. We left CT 30th, actually arrived 31st, because Stankadoodle decided that what was going to be an 8.5-hour trip was actually like a 12.5-hour trip, 13.5-hour trip, I think, because she didn't want to leave her dada. She knew her dada was only coming to drop us off and wasn't staying with us because, you know, he was so selfish and every other thing, but whatever. Actually, I think at that time we weren't even together. So I don't even know why he drove us down. No, let me stop playing. I know why he drove us down, because I'm such an evil person that I would have never told him where I was staying out with the kids, and I would have never told him where I was living with the kids. Like, yeah, I would have answered your phone call every time you pick up, you call or text, obviously. Like, I'm not, but I just would have never told you where I resided, and he knew that, and I think that's why he brought me down. But I would have never told him where we resided. What? I would have kept chilling with you, talking, like, whatever, let you talk to the baby whenever, and the kids whenever, because the kids look at him like their dad. But, like, I would have never, like, really told you where I was at for what? What was the point, dude? We're not together. Like, you don't even want to tell people where you at, so I gotta tell you where I'm at for. Like, I'm gonna treat you exactly how you treat me. From the moment I came down here, you wanted to start that childish, oh, you can't have my phone number stage, because I was no longer paying the bill, and I cut off all our phones when I was the one paying the bill the whole entire time. So yeah, Jazz, when you was laying all up with him and all that other good stuff, and he was lying to you and saying we wasn't together and all this other stuff. Yeah, that was my phone bill. Just like the day you drove my car when he got arrested. Yeah, that's my car. It's not his. I don't know why I'm being so petty and saying this right now, but my brain just want to let it go, so I'm just gonna let it go. It's whatever. But anyways, so everybody that I allowed around my kids, I kind of had no choice down here. Oh, let me take that back. Not everybody. There's like one person I could probably say that is still like genuinely like, she's never given me any problem. And like, yeah, no, one person. I just don't get to see her because we don't have a car, and I really don't talk to her, but I do have her on my FB. One person, yeah, that's about it from down here. But anyways, so like almost everybody like screwed me over. So yeah, life sucks. It sucks and then you die. But I remember sitting on that bed and being like, bruh, I came down here to bring my kids to do better for them, to be able to have a roof over their head, to be able to start fresh, to get them from the toxicness that my egg donor was doing, and to keep myself out of jail, just to end up in so much madness. You know what's the crazy part? I started this podcast this morning because I wanted to be able to put something up for you guys. I didn't really have a general idea of what I wanted to actually discuss with you guys now, but for some particular reason, I'm telling you one story, and like my spirit and my brain just keeps going towards explaining this to you guys and explaining this, and it keeps letting me know like I should bring up this part of the story. So I don't know if it's because anybody needs to hear this or what, but it's really nagging me, so I'm just going to go ahead and then just listen. So we came down August 30th, actually. Not no 31st, whatever. August 30th, 2018. We came straight down. It took us a while because, it stank. But we were staying with Tay, and at the time her fiance, I don't know if they're still together or not, or last time I heard from her they weren't together, but we barely speak anymore. So you know what's crazy? I spoke more to her before all of this happened when I was in CT than I do speak to her now, and I'm in the same state that you are in, boo. You have transportation and I don't. Like, that shit is crazy, bruh. Like, for real. She had another baby in August of this year. Well, 2020. And I have yet to still even meet that little girl. Like, we were supposed to be raising our daughters. Anyways, whatever. Like, Lynette, just shut up. But, no, Lynette can't shut up, because if Lynette shut up, Lynette can't do the podcast. Stop, Lynette. Stop talking to me about yourself like that. But anyways, we came down to stay with her. I met a few people in a time frame. I met, his sister, his mom, one of his baby mothers, her boyfriend, the neighbor across the way, Mimi, who was really cool. She's like the only one that I said that she's really cool still. Just like random people on and off here and there. So when we were kicked out, matter of fact, I can't even say it like that. I'm gonna let you guys do your own interpretation, and y'all can let me know. Should I say we were kicked out? Should I say we were tricked? Because I don't want to say it wrong, but I looked at it like we was kicked out, and I'm gonna break it down to y'all. So we was all cool and dandy, like anything he needed help with was helping him. She's the one that worked. Mind you, they only have a 2-bedroom. So it was like the 4 of us plus them 3. But I would I homeschooled Bev, and I was still dealing with my postpartum depression. Stanko Diddle was only 4 months old. Their little girl, I think, was 6 months old. No, she was gonna be 1 in December. And this is August. So we helped. We cleaned, we cooked. We watched baby girl when he wanted to just play games or leave to go somewhere and come back. Whenever he wanted to vent, whatever, I would talk. If he needed motivation, like, that's the person that I am. And I accepted you because you were dating my quote unquote friend. And my kids were calling you Uncle Bud. Like, come on, I don't let my kids call anybody uncle and auntie unless they have graduated and shown us that, like, they're not gonna screw us over. And they're, like, a part of our lives and not just going to just up and just abandon us like everybody else has. Once somebody graduates from friend to, like, a family member, that's it, you're stuck with us for life kind of ordeal thing. So, like, it was stuff like that. And then we were cool, but I remember, so my birthday was in December and baby girl's birthday, and then Taylor's was in November. So I remember, like, in November, the beginning of November, I don't know, somewhere around there, having a conversation with her, and I feel like she was trying to hint something, and I knew it was coming. I just had no way to get ready for it because of the situation that I was in. So she was having a conversation, something about, like, basically telling me how he kind of, like, wanted us out, but she didn't say it in those words. And she was, like, basically hinting to it, but then hinting that she was telling him, like, well, I can't do that because I just made her pick up all of her family and just come down here because I told her I was going to help her get on her feet. And then now you want me to kick her out? Where is she going to go? What is she going to do? Like, she has nowhere to go. She has no friends down here, no family, no anything. So I was like, man, that's crazy. Like, what, like, we're not doing anything. So, like, we're literally minding our business. Like, we get up every day, like, we do cook, we clean, whatever, like, yeah, but I found out later down the line why it was that it really happened, but anyways, that time frame is like that. Well, I found out later down the line through somebody else, because neither one of them he still to this day has not even apologized to my ears, my face, my eyes, because I haven't read it, heard it, or seen it. That's why I said my face. None of it. She claims that he did, whatever. But anyways, so I was like, damn, what am I gonna do now? And I had that in the back of my mind that whole time frame, and I was trying to figure out, like, you know, what am I going to do now? But I thought I was at least going to be able to get my tax return before, like, I was being kicked out of anywhere. At least let me leave with some type of money. Like, you know, I came down here with not $1. Like, I had to do maneuvers to just make it down there. Like, maneuvers. Oops, sorry, stank. So, I was just like, whatever, man. So, anyway, so Tay's birthday goes by. We take her to TGI Fridays for her birthday. That was a whole nother scenario. Baby girl's birthday is December 2nd or 3rd. One of those two. Or maybe even the 1st. Because I know her birthday is, like, literally close to mine. Mine is the 5th. So I was like, baby girl, we're going to get drunk on some milk and cookies for our birthday, and we're going to turn up. I was like, we're going to go to our favorite restaurant to eat, you know, Golden Corral. We're going to stuff our little faces, and that's going to be our birthday gift. I did all of that. So on Friday, was it Friday or Thursday for her birthday? And I paid for myself, Beba. Okay, so hold on, fingers. Paid for myself, Beba, Delano, baby girl, Bud, and Tay. So I paid for 6 people. Mind you, I don't have a job. At that time, I was just getting the cash assistance. So I paid for 6 people. And did the leave from my job end already at that time? I think it did. So my last, like, payment had already came in. So I paid for all of this. And I think this was, like, Thursday, because I feel like my birthday fell on Friday. I don't like like just giving out random details. Like, I like for my details to be accurate, and it irritates me when they're not accurate. So please don't judge me, okay? But I'm pulling up my calendar right now so I can give you straight accurate dates. Okay, 2018, December, here we go. My birthday's before hers. Yes. Okay, so on December 5th, it would be 18 still. Yeah, December 5th, 2018. So my birthday fell on a Wednesday. Her birthday was on a Friday. So she was the 7th. So, no, wait, that's a load of BS. That's a load of BS. Load of BS. No, it's something like that. But anyway, so we went out to eat. I paid for all of us. What was that just fell? Oh, there goes that. I paid for all of us. And, we ate, like, we enjoyed ourselves. We had fun, like, you know, the kids enjoyed themselves. Like, it was good. It was nice, man. Like, it was nice. It was nice to finally, like, just not be alone with the kids. Like, it was nice. It was nice because it was not just me and the kids, in other words. But, we had a blast. And then, I'm not going to bring up other stuff, but, like, the day of my birthday, well, I ain't going to bring it up. I'm just going to be petty just for the heck of it, because maybe if I dump it right here, I can leave it right here. You know what? That's what I'm finna do. I'm going to dump it right here, and I'm going to leave it right here. And then hopefully my brain will just let it go. Just let it go. What do you think? Sounds like a plan. Alright, so we had a blast. Okay. I didn't even get a happy birthday from him, first of all. He didn't even acknowledge that it was my birthday on that day, except for the fact that it had snowed, a couple of snow flurries. But yeah, so they were, on my birthday, they made me ride around with them to get things ready for baby girl's birthday party. Mind you, it's my birthday, not a cake, not a happy birthday. I wasn't expecting a gift, bruh. Like, my birthday never gets celebrated. My birthday has never been a happy moment. Most parents are happy to have their kids, and they're happy to throw birthday parties. I'm happy to have my kids, and I want them to be able to have so much for their birthdays, and half the time I'm broke on it, and I can't, and it just depresses me. But in my scenario, birthdays, yeah, that means that she needed to be happy to have given birth to me, and that's not something that she was. So it wasn't, birthdays weren't nothing in my household for me. They were just like any other day. There was no cake, there was no candles, there was nothing. But the older I get, like, the more I realize that it's so wrong. And the more it hurts me and makes me feel like, bruh, really? Like, you knew, now if you guys hear an extra snore, that's stinking-doodle snore. Now they're both snoring. But, like, bruh, really, like, I'm worth something, so why can't my birthday be just as important as anybody else's? But anyways, so for my birthday, that's what I was doing. And then I was trying my hardest not to let, like, my bipolar, my postpartum, my depression kick in. But, like, dude, how could you not cry? You're in the backseat of their car, riding around with them to get things prepared for their daughter's birthday. Okay, so that's one part. The other part is, finally the weekend comes, because this was done on my birthday, and then I think we went out to eat after this or before this, I can't remember. But anyways, finally the weekend comes, and they're doing all this ripping and running, and Viv and I and the kids and I are, like, at the house. So, like, I'm like, you guys have this party starting. What time are y'all starting this party? Oh, I think at this time. Okay. So who's going to decorate and clean up the house? Like, what are we doing? We didn't really know the game plan of what they were doing. All we know is he just kept her out the house all day. And it was just me and the kids cleaning up the house and getting the house decorated and situated for her birthday party. And then we had her as well. So, like, I think we even got her ready. Like, if I'm not mistaken, we even, like, bathed her and, got her ready because they still weren't at the house. And we, like, decorated the kitchen and put up everything. Like, if I overstepped my boundary, I wasn't planning to. But at the same time, I love kids. Anybody who knows me, they know I love kids and have a really soft spot for them. So I wasn't gonna, let her birthday be jacked up because it was running around everywhere. Plus, I feel like I was staying at your house. So I wasn't giving you no money, but I was buying food for the whole house with our food stamps. So I felt like, what was I saying? Sorry. Maybe I should put a do not disturb on my phone whenever I do these things. But yeah, I wasn't putting money in their pocket, but I was putting food in the house. And if we needed something, like when he messed up the car radio and couldn't fix it, I kept buying the parts to help him fix it, and they were all wrong. But whatever, like, I was not putting actual money in their pocket for us staying there. I was paying in other ways. So there was some stuff that were missing for her decorations there wasn't really going to be much decorations. So I kind of gave my last dollars that I had for them to buy her, rest of the stuff for the decorations for her party. And then they came, we did the party, everybody else had a blast, we're all good to go. All of a sudden, I don't know what happened, but he didn't come back home that night after dropping off, his mom and his sister. Next thing you know, the next day, she's telling me, either they broke up or they had an argument or whatever, and then she's telling me that he has a problem. Oh, baby. Hold on, y'all. I'm not doing a quick intervention. I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. I'll be back. If I can find my podcast. Here we go. Alright, I'm back, y'all. Sorry. It turns out what I wanted her to do, she can't do yet. She's still tired. It's 7:12 in the morning, so I'm not gonna make her, run and get some coffee. Just because my stomach is, at 0. But anyways, so he never came back, and it was something about, basically he wasn't gonna come back until we were gone. Oh, great. So I couldn't be told this before I spent $100 on us going to go eat at Golden Corral. I couldn't have told it. Y'all couldn't tell me this before I bought him his case of beer for him and his mom to drink during the party. Y'all couldn't tell me that. I spent so much money to help y'all with the last dollars that I had. Y'all couldn't tell me this, and I could have kept my last coins and figured out what I was gonna do. So no. So we're at the laundromat, and she was like, "Oh, I want to try this," because he keeps claiming that he's not coming back because you guys are at the house, and then he's claiming that he'll return back as soon as you guys move, as soon as you guys are gone. And then she was like, "Oh, I want to see how true that is, you know what I'm saying, I just want to try this, so how about if you and the kids stay the night at a motel or at an extended stay or something, and then stay the week at an extended stay or a motel, and we'll see how long it takes him to come back. If it really does come back, we'll see if he's just not using you guys as an excuse, blah, 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 and all this other good stuff." So the whole time that she's saying all of this, I'm like, okay, so Tay, what happens if he does not move back in after a week? I never got an answer. Bless you, baby. I never got an answer. I never got well, you guys are going to move back in. I never got anything. So basically, I was kicked out, but wasn't even told I was kicked out. That was her way of telling me I was kicked out without saying I was kicked out. I would have respected it more. And I think I wouldn't be so angry with her right now. And would probably still consider her a friend if she dealt with things completely different. because I gave her so many opportunities. I feel like I'm always begging for somebody to love me, and I'm always begging for somebody to have my back. And I'm always begging to be a priority, and I'm always begging. Like, I'm about to get really emotional because I feel like I'm getting louder and louder. So I'm just going to tone it back down. I just feel backstabbed, and I feel like I was never your friend to begin with, because if I really was, you could have been a lot more honest with me. She could have been a lot more honest with me. Mind you, she has only known this dude for the time frame that she's been down here. Like, I've known her longer than he has, but I understand that's your daughter's father. I understand that's who you're in a relationship with. I still feel like as your quote-unquote friend, I deserved way more than what happened. I would have respected more if it was done differently. So, okay, mind you, it's raining like cats and dogs outside. We're in a laundromat. So here we are on a Sunday night trying to find where the kids and I are gonna go. Mind you, we don't really have any money. So like, we're using the laundromat. So at this point, we're both pulling up our bank accounts, and I'm like, well, this is all I have left. And I think it was like $100 or something like that, or not even. Like, I don't even remember. I know she had a couple dollars too. So I remember I found the in-town suites. I booked for a week, I think it was, but you couldn't check in until Monday because they don't open on Sundays. Like, the front doesn't open on Sundays, so you can't like check in or anything on Sundays. So we stayed at some motel called the Relax Inn or something like that, which was nowhere near relaxing, and it was nowhere, like, it was just not what. Lyrical broke that basket, didn't she? Yes, she did. Dollar Tree basket, and the girl had to break it, putting her body in it. Sorry, I was just looking at that. But it was nothing relaxing about it. Like, nothing relaxing about it at all. So, yeah, pretty much we got kicked out because we never went back. We went back to like watch baby girl when she needed somebody to take care of her. We went back to get like the rest of our stuff after we moved into the extended stay. That's when I really knew, like, I mean, I already knew, but like, that's when it was co-signed. He still hadn't returned back at that point, but that's how we got kicked out. So I don't know if I should say we got kicked out, like what, because it was really sneaky and really messed up, the way that it was done. Mind you, when we had that conversation too, she was like, oh, don't worry, I'll pay half of the room for you weekly because, you know, you were put in this situation, and it's kind of like my fault or whatever. She only paid half one time, and then she only paid, I think, 1 week's worth of that. Mind you, I was using Viva's SSI money, the cash, because I hadn't started working yet. I wasn't going to start working in my training until January. So we had to at least find how to pay for this room. So now you put me in a situation where I have to figure out how I'm going to get enough money to pay for this room weekly. So, like, it was just a lot. And then not just that, we don't have a car. So, like, she left us for stranded. We got moved in there. We watched baby girl for her. She would drop her off in the morning, pick her up at night. Sometimes she wasn't even picking her up. Sometimes baby girl would stay with us 3 or 4 days out of the week. So we're already in an extended stay, all 4 of us, 1 room. Then you add another little one, like mine. Come on, like it's not fair. But I did my vigilance. I did my duty, and I would watch her, feed her, treat her skin because she had a really severe eczema and it wasn't being taken care of how it should have. Dude, it was not an easy task. But we were being left for stranded. Like, thank God we had a Walmart grocery store across the street and Alito's next door. We would never have nothing to eat either. Like, we were literally left with I mean, thank God there was a CVS, also like a whole country, 2 country blocks down we would have to walk to. But like, she literally left us stranded, knowing that we have psych meds, knowing that we have to have psych appointments, knowing that we have this and that. And like, yeah, it was horrible. It was not easy. So I'm not sure if I should say like she kicked us out or what, because I really don't know what category it would fall over. Me personally, I feel like I got kicked out, so I tell people she kicked us out. But you give me your opinion and let me know. If you were placed in that type of situation like I was, how would you handle it? Like, you know, I don't know. To each their own. I know everybody goes through things. And I remember telling her, like, I don't want to come between your relationship because that's just not the type of person that I am. A couple of times. And even then, never came clean. Like, if I would have known, if she would have sat down with me. Matter of fact, all right, let's put it like this. If she would have sat down with me when we arrived and been like, all right, my fiancé has no problem with y'all staying here for XYZ amount of time. Mind you, he is originally from here, so he knows the requirements that are needed to rent apartments. Everywhere that we had gone from the time that we stayed to look to rent apartments, nobody wanted to rent them for me because my job was still in Connecticut. I was supposed to be transferring my job down, but I couldn't transfer. Like, I was waiting to get situated somewhere first so then I could transfer my job down to a store that was closer to wherever I was going to be residing at because we don't have a car. If she would have sat down and been like, you know, he cool with y'all staying until XYZ about a time frame, then I know, all right, I have XYZ about time to get out of here. We probably would have still ended up in an extended stay because I didn't have proof of income to give these apartment complexes for them to know if I can afford the apartment or not. And then they want you to have like 2 times or 3 times the rent and prove that you can afford it. It's a lot of like renting requirements out here, which to me is just like, I'm so used to being a CT. Bro, the apartment $1,500, I want it. Want your $1,500 right now? All right, here you go. I'll give you the first month rent right before we move in. Oh, okay, got an apartment. Don't even fill out a stupid application. Like, I'm so used to that. And then down here it's like, oh, you gotta pay for the application fee. Okay, and how much is the application fee? Everybody varies from 20, 30, 50, 60. Like, it all varies. None of them are the same. And then they also check your renter's credit, I guess you could say, because it's the renter's background. Like, come on, dude. So anyways, we probably still would have ended up in in the extended stay. But the difference is I would have had money saved from the cash. I wouldn't have blown, like, I would have planned everything out completely different, because then I would have been able to pay for the extended stay to a certain extent without stressing over it financially. And I would have like been more prepared, like mentally. I was already all over the place. So I feel like it could have been done better, but it wasn't. And that led us to, I don't know how long this podcast is, because I don't want y'all to be over here like, Jake, you just talking. Then again, y'all could always play and stop. I don't know if y'all could play and stop. I know when I try to do it on my end, it started all over. Started all over again. My stomach is really hungry. So I keep burping all this air, yo. There was something else I was about to say. Anyways, I feel like we still would have ended up there, but I would have had enough time to like really prepare myself, prepare the kids, get everything situated, not just get kicked out overnight. Like, my kids were so torn. My kids were so hurt. My kids were really, really hurt, especially because this is like 2 weeks before Christmas. And the last Christmas was already jacked up because of the woman. Like, my kids were hurt. My kids cried. My kids were like, Mommy, we're going to have no Christmas tree. Like, Mommy, we're not going to have this. Mommy, we're not going to have that. Mind you, thank God I still have their Christmas gifts. And everything was like hidden. But, like, that was the only thing that I knew was at least going to make Christmas somewhat okay for them. Because we had even bought matching outfits for baby girl and Stankadoodle so that they could wear on their first Christmas together. Like, yeah. But anyways, I feel like it just could have been done and handled way different, like way different than what it was. I feel like there was no respect given to me or my kids. If we overstayed our welcome, definitely do apologize, but things could have been handled completely different. So anyways, during that time that we had stayed there, we met, his baby moms, Nat. And the small little times that, we not touch bases, but like we've been around each other, Nat Savage and I, like, we were cool. We used to always joke around, whatever. We all even went out to the club one time with Bud. I remember I went because Tay was like thinking he was gonna go cheat, and I didn't really want to go out. But then I ended up going just so she could have her peace of mind, which I feel like is another reason why he disliked me. But anyways, so we stayed at the extended stay from like December all the way till May. She didn't really help like she was going to. We really like just, I don't know, we just didn't really talk to her much. So like at the end of May, or I think end of June, somewhere around there, I realized my daughter's father was like getting antsy. He moved down in Christmas. I skipped all of that because it's not really important, but he was getting antsy because we're all cooped up in a room now. So it's like 5 of us in one room, nowhere to go, no transportation. If we had transportation, that was a whole other story, but we didn't. So we had nowhere to go, no transportation. Even to get trees and things like that was like hard because of where we were located. So him, Nat, and Savage and everybody else hit it off really cool. So I'm like, you know what? Nat and Savage has been asking me to come stay with them for a while so I could save a couple of coins. Plus, they felt like we can help the relationship and like help the household, like help the house, get the house together for them. So I was like, all right, because they, well, no, let me stop lying. I wasn't all right. I said it for a really long time, no. Even before my daughter's father moved down, I said no for a really long time. Because, I don't know how to say this. They live exactly how we have never lived. And exactly how we would never live. So I don't even know why my mind thought it was okay to even make this decision. But I feel like I had to already be at my last legs to even agree to that. But anyways, I had been asking for a long time, and I kept telling her, no, it's okay, because you guys got 5 girls, and then, my 3 kids, that's 8 kids, like, that's a lot. So, like, no, it's all right, don't worry about it. Oh, we got 3 bedrooms, you and the kids can stay in one room, don't worry about it. I guess she's used to letting it, So I was just like, no. But then when my daughter's father, here, and I was constantly working in the bathroom because there was no other rooms, like I couldn't be heard in the background. The phobia of being in that bathroom was getting to me. Because mind you, I had to like sit there pretty much while everybody else was taking shits, so I can keep working and making my money. When I was serious about grinding for my kids, I was so serious about grinding for my kids. Like, the only person I would leave that was taking a shit would be, Ben, because I was not going to sit there and watch no grown-ass man take no shit. Just like I didn't expect no grown-ass man to watch me take no shit. But when the kids were going to the bathroom, I was there because I still had to keep working. Like, I had to mute, so that the person wouldn't hear. Like I said, in order for me to make it for my kids, I would do whatever. I don't care what it is. I will do it as long as my kids are straight. So I was like, all right, well, maybe I should take them up on their offer, because Ben's already getting antsy being in here. Like, Stankadoodle can play with the girls, so she won't always be bored with just being Bevan Delano, and me cooped up in the bathroom constantly working. I'm like, at least this way everybody else can also have the freedom of going to the bathroom. Like, they do have 3 rooms. If we get 1 room, we should be able to save, because we were spending like $1,200 on the extended stay a month. So I'm like, we should be able to, to save and get out of here within like a month or 2 tops. We gave ourselves a time frame. I even sat down and spoke to him and was like, do you think this is a good idea? I don't know if I'm making the right decision. I don't know if mentally I can survive. Like how I am. Oh, we got this. Don't worry about it. We got this. We lasted probably like 3 weeks there before everything fell apart. But anyways, the amount of roaches and bed bugs, they're infested. But they're infested worse than we are. The difference with ours is they pull up. I don't see it because I don't go out of my room. But to my kids and everybody else that stops by, they pull up. And they're all chilling, whatever the case may be. At her house, they never went to sleep. Whether it was daytime or nighttime, the sucker was out. There was never that internal. Here, once the starts getting nighttime, they start coming out even more. Like, during the day is just randomly here and there, but not at night. Once that sun starts going down, that internal clock tells them, "Pooh, it's time to get going." They get going. But over there, you couldn't even use the kitchen. Like, let me tell you, if the health department would have walked in, they would have condemned. If it was a restaurant, they would have condemned it. Like, there was no cooking in that kitchen. The roaches were even inside the fridge chilling, inside the freezer chilling. Bruh, I'm good. But we still moved in, in hopes of helping them as well. And then I figured, okay, we have more form of transportation. Like, what I'm saying? They have a car, so we won't be so stranded. The doctor's is literally right down the street for the psychiatrist and the kids' doctor, so it's easier for me to get to. Like, we could just walk there. Like, there was a lot of benefits to it as well, which is why I did it. But, yeah, it's kind of pretty much what broke me and broke my family too, I guess you could say. So we were there, we started to clean up some, get things together. But mind you, I was ready to leave. I had just gotten there and I was already ready to leave. I didn't realize, I had never really gone upstairs in her house because, again, I have bathroom phobia, so I don't use people's bathroom. I didn't process all of that before I made a decision. So this was the first time I ever went upstairs, and to just see that not abandoned houses. I'm sorry. When you're watching movies and shows and you see the abandoned houses with trash everywhere and a mattress on the floor with no sheets and it's dirty, and the bathroom looking dirty except for their sink was clogged due to the little one always putting stuff down there. That's how their place looked. And I was like, bro, it's too late. I can't even turn around. I have a job interview in the next few minutes. I have to stay here. I have no choice. What did I do to myself? What did I do to my kids? Oh, it's okay. They're going to have the girls to play with. They're not going to be alone. So mind you, I told myself, I'm going to put my sanity in jeopardy because my loved ones are going to have their needs met. So my daughter's father would have other people to talk to because I was constantly working, because I was trying to get us out of there, wherever we were at that time, Center State or their house. I was literally working from 9 in the morning to 9 at night every single day, nonstop, no breaks, no breaks at all. So I figured, he'll have his social life. We'll still get to, pick up trees because we're in the right location. The kids will have the kids play with each other. We'll be in one room, but there's more space. They can go outside. They can walk to the store. There's a little bit of ability for me to let them move, because where we were at the extended stay, it was in a busy road. Sorry, y'all. Trying to unlock my phone so I can stop, because I'm not sure how much longer she's gonna go. Single mom, y'all. I'm sorry. So non-professional, but I'm not sorry. I made this disclosure in my first podcast. I'm a single mom. My kids are always with me. How can I do a podcast about being a single mom, mental illness, and my kids are never around? That kind of never makes sense. But, yeah, I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I moved there. Really don't know. But yeah, so I was worried about everybody else's needs but my own. All I kept telling myself was, I can save all this money and we can be out the door in like 2 months. That kind of backfired because I never realized how bad their kitchen was either. Like, all in all, doing this podcast for you guys right now, I'm realizing there was a lot of red flags that mentally I wasn't paying attention to because I was already mentally deteriorating, I guess you can say. But now telling this, I'm like, geez, there really were a lot of red flags in that. You should have just listened to yourself. Next time, trust your instinct, like you always do, and stop like not listening to yourself. So, anyways, we ended up spending money we ended up spending all the money pretty much. So, in other words, we couldn't cook, even though we had food stamps. You really couldn't cook. So we were like constantly buying out. And then mind you, I can't just feed my 3 kids and not feed her 5 girls because they weren't eating. They would eat raw meat from the fridge because they were starving. Like, I don't want to tell their business like that, so I'm not going to go into more depth, but yeah, I'm not going to go into more depth, but because it's not my story to tell. But I just refuse to let any kid starve. That's just not who I am. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or whatever time frame we had, I was constantly buying them something to eat. So my whole entire money that I was working so hard from 9 in the morning until 9 at night to work for was being gone to feed my kids and their kids. And then I find out by the neighbor that they have the audacity to complain that I'm lazy and don't do anything. So I was working Monday through Sunday, 9 a.m. to 9 at night, 7 days a week. I was at that computer working. How did you want me to clean? What did you want me to clean? Because your house was already destroyed before we moved here. And bless you, I felt that is my daughter's father's responsibility with y'all because I'm doing my part. Nobody else works in this apartment but me. So I'm doing my part. The diapers that you're putting on your 2 are coming from the diapers that are from mine. And mine is getting left with no diapers because your 2 are taking all the diapers. I'm not saying anything, and diapers are not cheap. So, like, yeah, I didn't clean. Yeah, I didn't cook. And I was not cooking. And I told y'all when I moved into that place, I was not touching y'all kitchen. Listen, y'all. I like taking showers. Before I even moved down here, I love taking showers. You feel me? That's just always good, clean skin. Then we get to this place, and in order for me to be able to even pee, allergies, to even pee, I would have to get like really freaking high, really freaking high, and like legit keep coaching myself. It's okay, Lynette. It doesn't matter that the roaches are taking a shower with you. They're not gonna do nothing to you, Lynette. It's okay. You can do this. You can take a shower. Do not touch the walls. Do not touch the shower curtain. Hey, Stank barely took showers. I was sponge washcloth wiping her down because I didn't really want her. Or Biv, I would like put her in the shower with her, so that she wouldn't like be touching anything because, oh Lordy, it was never clean and there was so many roaches in there with you. And the thing is, they didn't run. They took the shower with you, bruh. Like I swear I turn around and I see them little suckers in their antennas rubbing their bodies, taking showers. Like, oh my God, this is ugh. That's how it was. Like. Or like how it is. And I think that's why it's bothering me, the fact that I haven't been able to get back to work yet. Because when I was there, they were constantly on my keyboard, constantly on my computer. They were like constantly everywhere. I couldn't breathe without them being there. Like, and then they were in the bed always with us. Mind you, we were sleeping on air mattresses. The baby was getting eat up with bed bugs, roach bites. Like, bruh, I just couldn't take it no more. And then come to find out, he started doing his disappearing acts. Oh, you about to show your old signs from CT? Oh, so you feel like she better? Oh, my kids are not seeing you? Like, yo, he'd be like, oh, I stopped by the house. Okay, but you live here, bruh. Like, you have 3 kids to take care of while I'm working. What are you doing? Oh, I think I'm about to start selling, or I was sticking up some people with, I just met some people. Nah, bro. Word around here is you done got your nose open wide for something else. So I just need you to be honest with me. Yo, dude never wanted to talk to me. Never wanted to talk to me. And I got fed up. We were only there for 3 weeks and they already destroyed our whole entire shit. The last week, he was barely coming back. He was barely watching the kids. Even when he came back to the apartment, he didn't even acknowledge his own daughter. Like, okay, you don't want to acknowledge my daughter and my son? Cool, that's fine. But you're also not even picking up your own daughter. You're also not even hugging your own daughter. You're not acknowledging your own daughter. But you're acknowledging their kids. Bro, what? Your ass fucking backwards. Like, for real? And these are things that I want to sit down so bad and smack him in the face with it. But what's the point? It already passed. There really is no point. But the thing is, with the way my mental health is set up and my depression is set up, I always need acknowledgement. I need somebody to acknowledge, you fucked me over. Just acknowledge it. I don't even need you to apologize for it. Just don't make me feel like I'm crazy and I felt all of that for no reason. Just don't make me feel like I'm insane and I went through all of that for nothing. You feel me? Like, don't make me feel like it was all in my head. Because it wasn't. I saw what you did. I felt what I felt. I saw what I saw. My kids were crying. My kids were hurt. My kids were wondering why you ain't loved them no more. So, when I found out Big I was owed back money and we could move from that back money because SSI hadn't paid correctly, man, listen. Bruh. I was like, cool. I got this. I was like, as soon as this money come, we out. We're just gonna have to go back to next tennis there, go back to a motel until we find a place to live. Like, it is what it is. There's nothing we're gonna be able to do. I was told the money was going to come by a certain time frame. So I'm already going through all this. I walked out. He didn't want to listen. I tried talking to him about what was being said, what was being done, the way he was behaving, things that were going on. I wasn't getting paid attention to. I was being ignored. He was being so disrespectful. So I'm like, you know what? I'm done. Do you want me to move out? Nigga, move out to where? That's how I knew you had another chick. Move out to where, my dude? You ain't from down here. You've been down here less than we have. Mind you, you came down in December. It is now June. We've been down here since August of last year. So if we didn't have nowhere to go, where was you gonna go, bruh? Where? You do what you feel like you need to do. But I'm just letting you know I'm done. And this is the first time I ever walked away from him. Normally, he walks away from me because he's younger. Normally, he walks away from me. He does his dumb, retarded shit and ends up coming back. But this is the first time I walked away and I was like, I'm good. And he knows that whenever I've walked away from a relationship in my past, I've walked away and I've left that door closed. So, I closed the door of my daughter's father. I closed the door of my son's father. And it looks like the door's closed with this one, too. So, I left. I ended up in a psych ward. He was supposed to watch the kids. He didn't even do that, yo. Whatever. He wasn't even seeing her. He wasn't spending time with her. I found out from his sister that his mom and dad had given him, $400 before this whole falling out happened. For Stankadoodle to get her what she needed because she didn't have no shoes. And that floor was nasty. He blew his whole money on that chick and her kids. And the next door neighbor. My kid ain't getting nothing from that. So I had to leave. I was done. So when I ended up in a psych ward and I'm hearing that he's going to go for sole custody of her because I ended up in a psych ward. Mind you. So the same conversation we just had the other day when you was you was going to make her kill herself and all this other stuff, about his baby moms because whatever he's going through with her. I can only imagine what you said about me. Because when I said to you clearly, I have these desires to cut myself so bad, and I really just don't know, how deep I want to go. This nigga basically told me to go shoot myself. Basically. We were supposed to sit down and speak. he never showed up that day. And I told him I was already like, well, I don't know what you want me to tell you. Bro, really? Wow. We have a kid together. A kid who just turned 1. If you didn't love me anymore, cool, not a problem. But really? Basically, like, and I said it to him, I was real blunt when I said it to him, upfront and honest. You're basically telling me that you're co-signing me killing myself. He stayed quiet. Didn't say anything. He was like, okay. Mind you, when I went to the hospital, he was like, how am I supposed to do this? I don't have no diapers. I don't have no fucking milk. Okay, you left me in that household with the phobia that I have and everything else that's going on. Not the phobia, like, you know, and you didn't care. You left because you got yourself in between somebody else's legs and got your nose wide open. So, exactly how I had to figure it out, you can figure it out. Oh, you was fucking working. I'm like, yo, basically what you're doing right now is you're pushing me to kill myself. Like, you're giving me the gun and telling me to shoot. Did he said anything? Nah, he didn't say anything. He stayed quiet. So that's when I knew, yep, whoever this chick is, she can have him. I'm good. I'm Gucci. I'm straight. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. And then for him to sit there, like, it was so much. Anything you try to accomplish in your life, you never succeed. Bruh, turn around and look at yourself. Because I have my associates. You out here lying to people talking about you got a degree. Bro, where? Where do you have a degree? Where? Yeah, give it to you. Graduated high school. That's it. I have my associates. I'm literally like 10 classes away from graduating with my bachelor's. So, yes, everything that I do try to accomplish, yes, I do feel a majority of it, but I do have mental health issues, and I do have kids with mental health issues. And like I've always stated, my kids come first. So every time I've started school, something goes downhill with them, I have to stop. They're my priority. I have to get them together, and then I'm so drained I don't even go back to school, and years go by again because it's just so draining. And as much as I want to finish school, like, it's just draining with everything that I have going on as well. So I'm proud of the fact that I have an associate. And while I was getting my associates, I was dealing with domestic violence. Like, come on, don't come for me, okay? Because nobody, not even my daughter's father, knows my full story. Nobody knows my full story because I keep everything to myself because I feel like people just don't care. Even while I'm doing these podcasts and these YouTubes and my blogs, bro, I don't feel like anybody cares to hear about it. Nobody cares that I'm trying to bring awareness to my mental health issues and people like me that we need support so we can find each other and support each other. Nobody cares. None of y'all care. I can't even get a penny from you guys to help get me and my kids out of here. I can't even get y'all to share, subscribe, or like. So why would I think that people who physically are near me give two rats' ass if strangers that are hearing my story and know a little bit more than those that I physically talk to are not even caring, then who else is gonna actually care? Nobody. So that still leaves it once again to me by myself, trying to figure this all out on my own, trying to keep my sanity and trying to keep my kids sane. And I will lose my sanity before I let my kids lose theirs. Point blank, period. But yeah, so when I sat there on August 7th and I created this world, I was not in a good space. And I did it in hopes of finding something else to latch onto that can keep me into this world. And it's worked so far. But now I really want to dedicate myself a lot to it because now that I'm really living in my skin and really living in my truth, the hurt that I went through, I don't want others to go through that. The struggle that I went through, I don't want others to go through that. If I can avoid it, I will. If I can tell you my story and you can avoid so many things, then baby, I will speak and speak and speak and speak until you ask me to shut up. But if I can avoid anybody to go through all the hardness that I went through, then baby, it is so worth it. It is so worth it. So with that being said, I'm going to ask, please share, like, subscribe, whatever the case may be. I don't know which social network you're choosing to stick with. If you want to stick with all of them, one of them, whatever. Please share, like, subscribe. Please help me help my family. And please help me help myself. Much blessings. I hope it's a better day where you guys are. 7:49 over here, and it just looks like either wants to snow or rain. Hope y'all have a blessed Monday. Make it work, make it count, okay? Don't forget, you're not alone. You are not alone. Hit me up in one of my networks if you guys want to talk, but I would definitely love some feedback. Have a blessed day, everybody.